Peace, love, and light, everybody. Yeah, that might be a little too loud. So, figured since you guys never see me with sunglasses, you'd like to see my eyes. I want to see my eyes. So, I'm sorry our video cut off earlier. I actually did one in the river, but I was still alchemizing with my twin flame. Man, the divine masculine is like going through it, especially for like that alpha male type or like whatever, and is a Scorpio, like, so he's getting ready to go to work for the next 4 days. So like, this is how the universe works it for us. So like, he gets 4 days. Sorry, this kid's staying up top of my twin flames and make sure he was okay. That was loud. Okay, so yeah, so he is he's a very you know, the Scorpio is ruled by Mars and Pluto, so they're able to transmute, but their egos are big, the females and the males, and it's almost like perfect polarity, like with us twin flames, like, because they are you and you are them, just like you are me and I am you. We're just different reflections of each other, right? You just turn that dial once and I'm a Blu-ray Scorpio manifesting generator, Generation X or whatever, like, I don't know, whatever dial you want to change, whatever title you want to, like, whatever. So for many things, right? But down to our core, that's what we are. So yeah, I'm sorry we got cut off, but our like, I'm just tired, and I'm here to say, if we don't get that downtime, I don't know about you guys, but I can't sleep in the same bed with somebody every single night. For the past few weeks, I have been alchemizing with others, and I am like beat. I need to just manifest, not generate. Like, I am beat. And I remember a few months ago, my spirit, I was swimming, and my spirit was like, rest now. Because I was like, I want to do something. This great we're awakening, like this is it. This is the new age. Like, we're awake. And it was like, this is the time. Like, people, the unveiling, like, the world show, the greatest show on earth is like ending, and like, oh my God. And yeah, a lot of it, Blu-rays, is going to be keeping people calm, helping people become unbrainwashed. That's the thing about being brainwashed. Like, I want to post this video in like in the description too, that it's deep, like how a whole society or population can become brainwashed. Yeah, like, I was watching this documentary and the guy had to be like, am I hypnotized? So I was talking with my Blu-ray brother, the one I was telling y'all about in the last video that we're gonna do the podcast, and we actually grew up together. Like, we grew up so we could be each other's witnesses to see what was happening to us in the school system. So I posted something on Facebook saying, like, remember that time that the hypnotist came to school and like they called a few of us up on stage, and I was one of them up there, and there was like 15 kids, and out of the 15, like 2 of us couldn't be hypnotized. And he was like, oh my, I'm like, yeah, they do that shit. Isn't that sick? Like, hypnotism. Like, well, what are you doing with a hypnotist, like, at the schools? That's because that's where a lot of my MK came from. Like, in this, I'm here to tell you that I don't know if it happens all over the States, but it happened in New York. And my Blu-ray brother is a witness. Like, it happened to him. Like, as soon as they saw how great he was in science, like how his brain worked, and that it could not be like it was beyond pattern recognition. Like, he was like a sponge, and like they did the same with me. I mean, they pushed me to they put me through shock therapy to see if they could fragment my mind. Yeah, they got really, really close. So, yeah, I'm realizing, like, we're gonna be helping people out a lot. Like, because I remember when I was still in my ego state, before my ego death, I was still thinking in terms of, like, how do I say it? Like, oh, these people are brainwashed. Like, I see a lot of my younger starseed friends, like, waking up, and, you know, my buddy Matt calls it Truther 101, where it's like, you guys are this, you're that, not realizing they're not at that part yet where we're all a reflection of it. Like, they're finding out the truth. Like, the truth, they're just being unveiled. And you know how that is when you're first awakening. Like, you're angry. It's like grief. It's like a grieving process. You're grieving the old you, like this person that you've been lying to yourself, really, truly. Like, your subconscious has been lying to you, to your conscious, like, has been lying to you to shut your spirit up for how long now? And that's the thing. Like, people need to know that they're being deceived. I didn't know I was being deceived until somebody told me I was being deceived, until the correct frequency came along. And I remembered, like, that frequency took a near-death experience for me, but I remembered on another level. Like, I remember on another level. Like, I remember past Atlantis, past Lemuria. Like, I remember eons, like, time, forget the time. I can remember times where I've traveled at night with another Blu-ray to this Earth project. Yeah. And it was so unbelievable to me that I was just like, this is my spirit telling me this. Like, he's telling me about the Earth project and this and that. And he's like, no, it doesn't matter. You're me. We're all one. Like, that's why he never was like, there's no name. Like, we're all one. Like, so that raw shit, I don't even believe that. Like I've had contact, and the contact's not like that. And if something's coming from a 6th density, like, I see a lot of people playing with the blue, like playing with channeling. 6th density, no. 5th density, no. Or sorry, 6th density, 8th density, no. Like, you're looking for the channel 7. You're looking for that. And I'm telling you, please be careful, because as you see, you are a portal. You are the time machine. So, you know, please be careful. And you know, with that, so we're gonna be teaming up. We have a lot to talk about. What him and I went through was essentially like a boot camp. So I'm gonna share something with you guys. Okay, so part of my awakening was I became kind of like a street soldier 15 years ago. So I started to create my own little non-for-profits, should I say. No money was exchanged, nothing like that. It was through a barter system. I started to promote people. The M's caught on to this. And there's gonna come a time in my city where I'm gonna be helping people through a situation as this world changes, they try to reset us, as they try to turn us over. I've already been caught up in it in many different violent situations. It was all preparation. It was a boot camp, because some of us are going to be on the front lines. I'm not only going to be helping people heal themselves because there's going to be no medicine. Because my people can hardly afford anything as it is right now. You think they're going to be able to afford healthcare and medicine? Like, do you know what they've done to Medicare people around here? For a specialist, that they've charged them $270 a visit. How is somebody on Medicare, how can somebody with private insurance pay that? It's because you guys know what I told you guys in the last video about accrued debt and how it's that fiat is worth nothing anymore, and that's like $17. Like you're not getting what you used to. And how many times have you heard the boomers or somebody you know complain like things aren't like they used to, they're expensive? Yeah. What did you think was gonna happen with borrowed money, borrowed debt, not money? It's not even real money. And when it went from U.S. Treasury to federal notes, and not federal like our federal government, like a privately owned bank. I mean, we know this. If you guys are watching me, we know what fiat is. But we have to start thinking the type of people that we're going to have to assess and alchemize for. Because the world is going through a dark night of the soul. And it is going to get real funky. Just like Terrence McKenna said, it's going to get weirder. So some of us are out here. Okay? We've been out here. We've been on the front lines. Okay? When the time comes, I know everybody can't come, but you think I'm going to just leave children behind? You think I'm going to leave the elderly behind? You think I'm going to let them suffer? They're going to have to kill me. They can't, but like they would have already. But that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to kill me to shut me up if they think they're going to like turn this over like that. I've been quiet for now because they did this real undercover, like what they did with our real estate. How they make it a shit place to live, so the property value goes down, so people can come buy it up again. Like, I've looked on the M's registry for just Niagara Falls. You should see the doctors and lawyers here. You know, I won't drop no names, like, but they know how I roll. Like, I see you. They buy up all, they get everybody hooked. There was this one doctor named Dr. Breezing. Look him up if you're from Niagara Falls and you're any of my friends watching. He was an M, and he was called Dr. Feelgood, and he got all of our fathers, all the boomers, hooked on. They were all construction workers here. They were all plant workers here, like the Rust Belt. Like, they got them hooked. He got them hooked. And then the property value went down, and then he bought up all the property with his other buddy, Mr. Randolph. Do we know him? Okay, so that just repeated itself with Dr. Mehta, with Dr. Gozi and Associates. And Niagara Falls right now is in a state of reset. And for the Tartaria people, Niagara Falls is a wonder of the world for a reason. And home of Nikola Tesla, our power authority powers the nation. So those of us that have survived, I have no family left. My family is dead. They've died of some sort of epidemic here. A drug epidemic, a gun epidemic, a fucking who knows what. A suicide epidemic, a mental health epidemic. Like, they have put us through the ringer. You talk about, this is like, okay, where I live is like essentially living like in jail without any walls. Like, we are free, we have liberty, not freedom. We are free range chickens anyway, but I'm telling you, if you got out of where I live, like, you survived at 40 with your mind somewhat intact, and you don't have PTSD from watching all your people die. And just think, for me, it's going to get worse. For those of us that have stayed here, that have survived, what I'm trying to manifest is that this money that I have coming is going to come, and I'm going to get up out of here. So I can make trips back and forth for my people, or I can secure a safe place for my people. or I'm gonna be one of them that are stuck here, kind of like being rounded up, waiting in fucking food lines, maybe, like rationing, like I don't know, like maybe that's why these past few years, like I've been learning how to eat and fast, and there's very many possibilities. But the love and light shit is not just, I would love to just manifest and create and all this to just go away, but I'm sorry, I woke up to 2 people I know dead. That's real. And yeah, there's no such thing as death, and we know this and everything, but you still have memories with those people. Let's be realistic. It does something to your brain. Even the cognitive dissonance is a psychological, it messes you up, being a walking contradiction. You're psychologically screwed up. You don't know which way to turn. Somebody who sounds logical like me is completely illogical to you. Like, what do they say? What is chaos for the fly is normal for the spider? Like, it's seriously, this is what it is now. Serious divide for me. You know? So, when I think about what I'm going to do in the future with this money, and what I'm going to do, or fiat, and what I'm going to do is, it's going to set my children up for life, and it's going to benefit many. Like, we're the ones that are going to be writing the books in the next 10 years. Making the movies and the documentaries, if we're still on that tip. You know, if we're not telepathic yet, you know? So, I'm going to rest. I need to cry and rest, and release. This new moon's coming. We got to manifest. So we'll do a video on that. And I told you guys I would do something with the Lionsgate. Let me play with that premiere thing, and we can do it live. Please leave in the comments if you know how to do this. If not, I'll Google it. You know, I'm a Blu-ray. You know, I'm going to figure it out. So, stay peace, love, and light. Protect your peace first right now. You put on the life jacket. You can't save nobody without the life jacket on you first, okay? Just remember that, Blu-rays. Rest. Rest when you can. Even if it's for a few minutes. Rest. It's coming few and far between. We're very much needed.